Welcome to Like Whatever, a podcast for, by, and about Gen X. I'm Nicole, and this is my BFFF, Heather.
Hello.
So the holidays are over.
Yes, thank the Lord.
Christmas is. We got one more to get through.
Yeah, but this one doesn't matter as much. So
True.
And we haven't recorded in like 3 weeks, so it has been. I have been struggling here getting us set up today. I don't know what. I know what's wrong. I'm tired, but
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
So you spent the holidays alone.
I did.
Like you love it.
Yay,
Yep.
me. And you know what I ended up watching all day? Because I texted you and told you, and you were like, that's weird. I put Holocaust. And watched Holocaust stuff all day. Yeah. There was this I had never seen it before. That's what started me on the journey. I mean, every now and then I like to put the Holocaust on just to remind myself that this world is a horrible place and that my life is not as nearly as bad as I think it is. Yeah, but so this was like actual footage. It's on Netflix, and it was actual footage of the U.S. soldiers going in and what they were saying. And a lot of it was like, then they made the Germans that were still there come in, like the Germans in the area and whatever, made them come in and help bury the dead. And
Wow.
yeah, it was
Sounds really Christmassy.
it really was. Yeah, it really was. Christians at their finest. So, yeah, that's what I watched, Holocaust. I learned all about the Holocaust.
Yeah. I don't remember, because we did brunch with the kids, and that was fun. And my one daughter, the youngest, got me a towel warmer for in the bathroom.
Oh, shit.
And you just like turn it on when you get up. And then when you get out of the shower, you have a nice hot towel.
Holy Moses.
Right?
That is that.
It's such a clever gift.
That's lovely.
It is lovely. I very much like it.
I bet.
Yeah. And then we were supposed to go to somebody's house, but that got last minute canceled, which was a good thing because I was exhausted by that point.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't remember what I did for the rest of Christmas night. But yes, I am glad Christmas is over. I get seasonal depression anyway. And
She lives on the dark side with me for a few months.
yes. And this year I've been particularly depressed because of just life stuff. And Christmas was really, really hard. So now I'm just at the regular old, just normal depression. Just can't do anything, sad, don't want to get out of bed, overeating instead of undereating, which is always fun. Yeah, but not the crushing depression anymore.
That's
yeah,
good.
not the pre-Christmas crush.
Right.
Yeah.
So step up.
Whew, yeah, come on, spring. But, but yeah.
And my holiday season is wrapping up.
Yes.
This is our last week of insanity. With returns. That's always fun. And of course, everybody gets the little, I was just telling Nicole before this that I got a 23andMe traits, which is covered under my health savings plan for whatever reason. So I bought it because I had to use that money up. And yeah, so a lot of those come in. A lot of people get those for Christmas and stuff. So we're winding up our Christmas season, and now I'll be moving into having way more time on my hands than I maybe
More
want.
time to be depressed.
Yay! More time for Holocaust.
I talked to my nephew, who is also a postal person, and he's so funny because he saves all of his tips and envelopes in like a pile. He doesn't look at them throughout the season as he gathers them. And I was talking to him Christmas night, and he was just getting ready to open a stack. I never found out how much he got, but a few days later, he texted me that it was enough to take himself on a shopping spree at Home Depot. And he got a chainsaw, And he got some big clipper thing.
Yeah.
All these really cool looking toys.
It's nice.
Yeah. A hatchet.
Yeah. It's a nice little bonus at the end of the year for you.
Yep. And he loves working in his yard. So come spring, those will be
what did I get?
very useful.
I got a lot of gift cards this year. More than money, which is fine.
Yeah,
I have like so much in Starbucks. I don't know that I'll ever run out of Starbucks money. I will, because I'll just go more.
Yeah.
But I was going to stop today, but running behind.
Oh, something. I think it was a day or two before Christmas. I was flipping through the channels because I had no idea what I wanted to watch. And I was just catching It's a Wonderful Life as it was coming on. 3-hour movie, 9 o'clock at night. But I was like, let's try it. I haven't watched it since I was a little kid. I got half an hour in and had to turn it off. Yeah. So it starts off with George as a kid, and he works for this guy. George is the main character. Okay. And he works for this guy, and this guy's son dies in the war. And so he sees how sad that guy was. And then his dad struggles with his business, but he grows up to be this super nice guy. He's going to go off to college. He said all of his, when he was getting ready to go off to college, he was getting, all his friends were about done with college, which would put him at about 22. So he reunites at a party the night before he was going to go to, away to college with a girl he knew in the neighborhood as little kids. Her name's Mary, and that's who he ends up marrying. But so they leave the party together, and they're walking along, and he goes, "Wait, how old are you?" And she says, "I'm 18. And she turns around and looks at him with her big doe eyes. And he's like, "Well, just last year you were 17. And she looks down and goes, "Too young or too old?"
Oh.
I was like, oh. Yeah, I'm not going to watch this.
So, yeah.
Moving on.
That's problematic. Either way.
Right. And it's not just well, am I being a little sensitive? I was like, no.
No.
Yeah. I was like, if there's going to be more of this in here, I can't. This is going to make me angry instead of cheerful. So, I mean, his answer was, "You're just right," or something like that. So
either way,
I guess that was okay. But
there's this whole thing on TikTok now that's people talking to their grandmother, and their grandmother is tells the story of how they met the grandfather, and they're like, "You were assaulted. That's not okay. You were held captive. That's not okay." "Oh, well, he saw me when I was playing in the yard when I was 12 and told me he was going to marry me someday. And that's not okay."
No.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Make up a news story.
Yeah.
Or just don't tell it.
Right. So this week we decided, because reasons, that we would do another split episode. Next week you'll get one of us. I don't remember. I don't
even know who it is.
I don't either. I have to look at my calendar. You'll get one of us. But this week we're gonna.
Oh, we're not ready for that.
Oh, go ahead.
First, we want to ask you to share, rate, review.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Find us wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Yeah.
Follow us on all the socials at @LikeWhateverPod.
Yeah.
We are on YouTube, and you can join the 20,000 viewers of Gender. It's just a jump to the left.
It's insane. I don't know what happened there.
We really need to record another video.
That one's crazy.
I know.
It's just crazy. We have We have a lot of new subscribers. Welcome, new subscribers on YouTube.
Thank you. We love you. Let's see. We have a website now, likewhateverpod.com. You can find all the episodes there. We have merch. And if you'd like, you can send an email to likewhateverpod@gmail.com.
There you go.
Now you may proceed.
Okay. So let's fuck around and find out about a New Year's Eve playlist. I was going to say songs, but I don't know what your songs are. So I
went a little wonky, but I think I did okay.
We just decided on that New Year's Eve playlist. So it could be.
We didn't discuss anything else about it,
and we didn't
Well, I told you my first one, and I think I should start.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
unless you wanted to start.
No. I told you about my first one too because I was blown away by mine.
All right, so I'm going to go first because I did the quintessential New Year's song because it's from When Harry Met Sally. The scene at the end where he runs to her and tells her he's always loved her and they fall in love. They're playing Auld Lang Syne because the ball just dropped. So, Auld Lang Syne is a Scottish song with words attributed to the national poet of Scotland, Robert Burns. The composer is not definitively known. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
In English-speaking countries, the first verse and chorus are now closely associated with the New Year festival.
Yes.
The lyrics of Auld Lang Syne are in the Scots language. The title, translated literally into standard English, is Old Long Since.
Yes.
Makes sense. You always end a sentence with a preposition.
Yes.
The words can be interpreted as since long ago or for old time's sake. The lyrics are about old friends having a drink and recalling adventures they had long ago. There is no specific reference to the new year. Burns first wrote down Auld Lang Syne in 1788, but the poem did not appear in print until shortly after his death in 1796. It was first published in Volume 5 of James Johnson's Scots Musical Museum. Burns, a major contributor to the compilation, claimed that the words of Auld Lang Syne were taken from an old man singing. However, the song has been associated with Burns ever since. As published by Johnson, the lyrics were set to a different tune from the one that later became familiar. Poems with similar words existed before the time of Burns. Sir Robert Ayton, who died in 1638, wrote Old Long Syne, a poem that was first published in 1711 and is sometimes cited as Burns' inspiration. The Scottish poet Alan Ramsay published a poem in 1720 that begins with the lines, "Should old acquaintance be forgot," but is otherwise dissimilar to the Burns poem. Sounds like Burns wasn't very original. Just stole from everybody else.
Well,
The melody also existed before Burns wrote down the words. The English composer William Shield used a similar tune in his comic opera Rosina, first performed in 1782. Another version of the same tune was published in 1792 in Volume 4 of the Johnson compilation, but with words entirely different from Auld Lang Syne. Not until 1977 did the words and music that are now familiar appear together in a Scottish song compilation published by George Thompson. In the 19th century, the song was reprinted many times, and eventually it became part of the Scottish Hogmanay.
Yes.
Yeah. Or New Year's celebration.
I love
that
that
should
one
have read ahead and just
way better.
Yeah. Here's that word again. But the New Year's celebration celebrants traditionally sing the song while they stand in a circle holding hands. A Canadian-born band leader, Guy Lombardo, helped make Auld Lang Syne a New Year's Eve tradition in North America. His band, the Royal Canadians, played the song at the turn of the new year in a series of popular radio and later television broadcasts that began on December 31st, 1929, and continued for more than 30 years. Many variations of wording can be found in both versions of Auld Lang Syne as they have been set down over the years. In fact, surviving manuscript copies of Burns' own hand were not identically worded. So now you know all about that song.
The Mariah Carey did a version, yes?
I don't know.
I thought I read that when I was looking up New Year's Eve songs.
Probably. She likes her a holiday song.
She does love her holiday. She does love her Christmas season. And now we've sealed her back up in her bottle and put her away until December of next year. Now it's time for Halloween. So my first one is Happy New Year by ABBA. I did not know. It's from their 1980 album, Super Trooper. It originally had a very limited release as a single in December. The song's working title was Daddy Don't Get Drunk on Christmas Day. But I guess that didn't flow as well.
That sounds like a really dark song.
The Spanish language version of the song, Felicidad, was released in 1980 in Spanish-speaking territories. The single reportedly charted in the top 5 in Argentina and was included on the South American version of the Super Trooper album. It was first released on CD as part of the 1994 Polydor U.S. compilation, and in 1999 on the expanded re-release of ABBA Oreo Grande Exitos. In 99, the English version of the song was re-released for the new millennium, which you can hear our new millennium episode from 1 year ago called Countdown to Chaos. I highly recommend it.
Oh, yeah.
And charted at number 27 in Sweden, number 15 in the Netherlands, and number 75 in Germany. In 2008, it was released again in several countries. That's why I don't understand how I've never heard it when it's been released like 47 times.
Right.
2008, charted at number 4 in Sweden, number 6 in Norway, and number 25 in Denmark. Maybe that's why, because it all seems to be where. It re-entered the Swedish and Norwegian charts in 2009 at number 5 in both charts and number 8 in the Netherlands in 2011. It has since gone on to regularly chart in some countries upon the turn of the new year and is regularly played at the same time in Vietnam. In December 2011, a silver glittery vinyl single limited to 500 copies was released, including the song Happy New Year and The Way Old Friends Do. The edition was available exclusively from the official ABBA site and the ABBA fan site. It was sold out within a day of the release being announced.
A day. Now it would be sold out in like 5 seconds.
Right. Upon the release of ABBA, the 40th anniversary singles box set on the, May 5th, 2014, which I own, an alternate mix of Andante Andante was revealed to have been used on the B-side of the single in the box set instead of original album version. In 2022, it was the 32nd top best-selling vinyl single in the UK, behind Open the Floodgates by The Smile. That's it. And I moved into the next one, which was also one I didn't know about. But I did not know, and I am kind of a big ABBA fan.
Yeah.
I love me some ABBA.
Yeah. Shame on you.
I know, and it is pretty an entertaining song.
Is it?
It's terrible, but it's.
Is it about her dad drinking?
No. I didn't really know why they would have named it that. I mean, I guess they didn't really have a real. They didn't really understand English too well, so.
Oh, true.
Yeah, they just were singing what they were told.
That is true.
That's another reason I love ABBA. They're just singing nonsense.
Yep.
And they meant it.
Oh, that was a good one. I want that green album.
I know, right?
I love an album that's a different color.
I don't remember. I mean, I'm not in the ABBA fan club, I guess. I guess I should get there.
All right. Well, on to my next one. This is, I love this one. So my next song is Sleep Safe and Warm from Rosemary's Baby.
Oh. Dark turn.
Yeah, you thought you were dark.
I went light. I went high. She went low. That's all right.
So I'm going to give a little reference here from the movie and then talk a little bit about the song. So Satan lives, the year is one, brings a whole new meaning to the phrase Happy New Year. The calendar year is only set the way it is because we all agree to it.
Agree. I know. That's crazy, right?
That is the way it is, and that those are the dates that we live by, which is always something I've thought about. Like, and we're not even accurate on it. Yeah. Like, we have to have a leap year.
Yeah.
And a couple seconds. Like, every so many years, we should have a second leap year or leap day.
Well, Neil deGrasse Tyson had a really good thing about it where if you're going to celebrate the new year, as the actual new year, then it would be 365 and a quarter days. And that's why we always have the leap year, because we have to account for that, which is stupid. Well, I mean.
So then at 6 a.m, we should be
Yes.
celebrating the new year.
Everybody, and he said everybody on Earth should celebrate at the exact same moment. He's not wrong, but no, we decided on an arbitrary day.
That's always been crazy to me too. Even as a kid, I'm like, I get it. I know I get time zones and the Earth's rotation, but I don't know. It does feel like we should have a worldwide day and time.
And like you could make it Greenwich Mean Time. I call it Gretchen Bean Time. I have to remember it's not Gretchen Bean Time. Greenwich Mean Time. That's just the way I remember things. Yeah, I don't know. Time is time. I did hear the other day, I don't know if this is a fun fact, because I don't know if it's a fact, but the reason why, as you get older, it seems that time goes by faster than when you're younger is because when you're younger, everything is new, as a new experience. So the more new experiences you have, the slower time feels. And then when you get older, it becomes more mundane. You've seen it all before. Your brain just goes through the motions.
Depression.
Yeah. And it just takes out those days.
That makes total sense. Because I am just all kinds of fucked up with the month of December. I mean, I love it because we might be off work more than we're on. Like, it's just, and I just get in this fog. And not that I don't know what day it is, but it's very hard to keep track of things around this time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time is weird.
Time is weird. All right. So there are deviations amidst different cultures, nations, and religions, but mostly some form of the Gretchen Bean calendar is followed. Now, if there was a shift in the accepted timeline of history, a major event that impacted the whole world in such a significant way, well, then the calendar year would be changed completely. In Rosemary's Baby, we see a young couple moving into a new apartment, starting a new step in their life together. Rosemary Woodhouse, played by Mia Farrow, and her husband, Guy Woodhouse, played by John Cassavetes, talked of having a baby right from the second, as one of their new beginnings. Peculiar, blah, 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 peculiar.
Yes. Easy for you to say.
And menacing events surround Rosemary and Guy's arrival. Deaths, suicides, and fever dreams of demonic sexual assault all culminate in Rosemary becoming pregnant. Rosemary finds herself being manipulated by her husband and her new neighbors, especially her exponentially eccentric neighbors, Minnie Castavent, played by Ruth Gordon, and her husband, Roman Castavent, played by Sidney Blackmer. They keep feeding her teas and cakes that are supposed to be good for her baby, but she just keeps getting sicker until she has a complete breakdown. I feel you, sister.
You had that with your last two, didn't you?
Oh, my God. Especially that last one.
Yeah.
The unborn baby becomes healthier, and so does she, almost as by magic. As Rosemary unfolds the insidious plot that surrounds her and her unborn baby, she descends into a sort of madness. No matter what, though, a mother always loves her child.
So let me ask you a question about that. As a mother, like, if one of your kids, if when they were younger, you were like, that one might be a problem when it gets older. What do you...
Would I drown it?
No. Wow. No. That's not what I was going to say. What do you do about that?
Like if they're showing signs of psychopathy
or like serial, like they're torturing animals, and like, I get it, you want to put them in therapy, but like, how do you...
I don't know. That's why I never try to pass judgment on parents. Like, I get the parents who, no, you cannot come into my house. No, I'm not giving you any more money, all that. And I get the parents who, well, that's my kid, and yes, he can live here, and I'm going to take care of him. And I just watched a murder show on ID last week, and it was the mom, the brother, and the sister living together. The kids, like, starting around 10, 11, 12, he was showing signs. He was doing sexual things to his sister. The mother knew. He was hurting people. He was very violent, acting out. She would call the cops on him, and then she wouldn't do anything, and eventually he killed the mom. He stabbed her to death. And but she was just like, that's my son. Like, I can't. But I don't know. I think I would probably try to get them the help that they needed.
Right.
I don't fault parents who would put them in some sort of group home.
Right.
Like, I'm a firm believer in that you have to consider yourself as well.
Right.
And can you really live your life like this? Like, sleeping with your bedroom door locked and,
Right.
Like, that's no life either. So, but if you feel compelled to do that, I get that too. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, luckily none of mine showed any sign. They weren't out torturing kittens in the yard or anything, thank God. But yeah, that would be a tough one because some people are just born that way.
And then where do you draw the line? Because, like, my niece and nephew would never torture animals, of course, but my niece is weirdo. Like this, I got her a taxidermy mouse, and she loved it. It was in her, But then again, I'm her aunt.
I was gonna say,
and she wants a heart in a jar, and I would love to give her a heart in a jar. And so, like, how do you know what is just her
curiosity
being
and
her being
oddity.
weird or? Yeah. Because one time she did, and this was funny, because she told my sister she wanted to touch her heart. And my sister was like, great, you should be a surgeon because then you get to touch hearts all the time. And she was like, I don't want to touch anybody's heart. I want to touch your heart.
Oh.
And she was like, well, currently I'm using it. So maybe when I'm done with it, you can touch it. And she looked at it and she said, but I have to go naturally. I have to not be using my heart on my own just because I'm not using it anymore.
I think that dark curiosities are fine. I think rage is something to really pay attention to in people.
True. Yeah, I guess.
Emotional instability. Actions, really, more so. Like, I would never be scared of you, and you're into all that stuff. Yeah. Sorry, don't tell anybody else. She thinks she's scary.
I mean, come into my house and you probably be like, what is...
But like this kid who killed his mom, like they had like 20 holes punched in the wall, and he was actually physically abusing the mom. And she had some sort of surgery and was in a wheelchair, and he knocked her out of it and then left the house and left her there to fend for, like, that kind of stuff. You have to look for the compassion and the sympathy and the actual feelings that normal people feel.
Yeah. She has all that.
Yeah.
But she likes when they go hunting. Mm-hmm. I mean, she likes to be, but I did too. So not hunting. I don't think I could kill a deer, but we went fishing and I needed it to be all up in them fish guts. So I don't know.
I used to love cleaning fish.
Go ahead.
So speaking of like hunting and killing things, I had some trauma on Christmas morning. I mean, it wasn't really trauma because I'm not scared of spiders, but I got up with a set plan for the morning of Christmas, what time I needed to get up, get in the shower, get this stuff done before everybody was going to get there. Thank God they were late because I was way far behind. But this is part of the reason why. I go to get in the shower. I turn the shower on. I get in. I haven't even got my hair wet yet. And I look down. There's a humongous spider in the bottom of the shower. Now, I'm not scared of spiders, so I wasn't freaked out of that. But it was the one with like the big body and then the big legs that come up and go like that.
Yes.
Like it was intimidating. And it was drowning, which I felt bad about. So I real quick turned off the shower, jumped out and dried myself off. And then I went out and I was like, I'll just drink another cup of coffee and watch the news a little bit. Left the shower door open. Give him 20, 30 minutes. He can find his way out. Let him dry off a little bit. So I give him time. I go back in. He's still in the shower, but he's on the other side. So I know he's alive. He's gotten himself over there. So I go and get wrapping paper, the cardboard from the middle. And I reach across and I scoop him up into that. And then there's a closet in the bathroom. And I was like, that's a good place for him. That's probably where he came from in the first place. Yep. So I just dropped him down and he ran under the closet and we were all good to go. And everything worked out. So see, I can't even kill. I could have easily drowned that spider in my shower and just been like, oh, well, it sucks for you. But I can't.
You shouldn't take, also you guys, you shouldn't take inside spiders outside because there is a difference between inside spiders and outside spiders.
Yes.
And inside spiders will not make it outside.
And inside spiders are good for the inside.
I had a huge ass wolf spider. That lived in
Those
my
are scary.
Yeah, that lived in the corner of my shower. It would because they make weird webs too, and he would fold up there. They make like a funnel. Usually it's on the ground, but his was up in the corner. I don't know why he did that, but he was like the size of my hand, and he would come out, and he lived there for probably a good 6 months, and I was like, I don't mind. I do not have an issue with spiders. I like spiders. I think they're cool. I just said, you do you, spider, and I'm going to leave you alone because they are scary.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, if this guy had climbed up the wall, I would have left him in the shower, but he was still in the bottom, so I had to get him up.
Yeah, you have to rescue him.
But I haven't seen him since, so I think he's good. But anyway, back to Rosemary's Baby.
I got so distracted.
So writer-director Roman Polanski created a trilogy of films known as the Apartment Trilogy, with Rosemary's Baby being the second in the series. I did not know that Rosemary's Baby was part of a 3-part series. Within this story, adapted from a book by Ira Levin, who also penned The Stepford Wives, is birthed a new beginning of the apocalypse, resetting the calendar and therefore creating a beginning of a new year. The calendar, you're going to find this interesting. The calendar by which most of the civilized world goes by is based on the birth of Jesus Christ. The birth of Adrian, the son of Satan, signals the dawning of a new era. Christianity had its time, and now it's time for reason, science, and inclusion to take over.
Heard. Unfortunately, no, that's not happening.
Besides the start of a new calendar year, there is a literal New Year's Eve party scene. In this is a pivotal moment in the story, as the events in this sequence makes the audience realize just how real this is for Rosemary. How the torment of childbirth, nobody believing her, and everyone treating her like a child remains as scary a concept now as ever. True that.
Heard.
All right, so the song that's playing in Rosemary's Baby is Sleep Safe and Warm, which sounds creepy. Okay. It was originally known as Lullaby from Rosemary's Baby. It's a musical composition by... Comida looks like it's a last name. Written for Roman Polanski's 1968 psychological horror film, Rosemary's Baby. Appearing in the movie as a wordless theme song sung by Mia Farrow, it was turned over to Larry Cusick and Eddie Snyder, who wrote the lyrics for it the same year. Lullaby is the main theme of the film's score, which was nominated to the Golden Globe Awards for Best Original Score in 1969. Released as a single, it reached number 33 on the American Easy Listening chart. Ooh. Recorded,
me some easy listening.
Recorded by numerous, especially Polish jazz artists, the composition is sometimes considered a jazz standard. Comida, though still relatively unknown in the United States at the time, was already regarded as one of the most important jazz musicians and film music composers in Europe, scoring films such as Somebody's Innocent Sorcerers in 1960, Henning Carlson's Hunger in 1966, and most of Polanski's previous works, most notably Knife in the Water in 1962 and The Fearless Vampire Killers in 1967. Being his regular collaborator, Comida was once again asked by the director to score his first American-produced film in December 1967. The composer wrote Lullaby for Rosemary's Baby in early 1968 in Sunset Marquis, a hotel he was staying in. Comida composed 7 themes for possible use in the score before choosing the melody that would be used as the film's main theme. According to Polanski, though, he composed only 2 different melodies, one of which was more commercial, the other less so. Since the director was unable to help him decide which one was better, it was unclear which of them was ultimately used. When the composition was completed, it was shown to the fellow Polish composer living in Los Angeles, Henry Vars, who gave Comida some unspecific instructions regarding it. Comida orchestrated his score with Dick Hazard and the Jockeys conducting. It was recorded in April 1968 at Samuel Goldwyn Studios in Los Angeles. Polanski had the idea of asking Mia Farrow to perform the wordless melody over the opening and closing titles. To my surprise and delight, she proved able to hum quite well, and there's no mistaking the owner of that voice that accompanies the opening credits. Not for the first time, a film of mine had derived an added dimension from Comida's wonderfully imaginative music.
It's like a Tim Burton, Danny Elfman situation.
Yep, exactly.
That's always good.
Yeah. I just thought it was really cool. Like, we're working on Christian time, but Satan's here now, bitches. So This is a new year.
Fucking love that. Love that for us.
No, it's the new year, not when you say it is.
But the new year is in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's go, Satan. My coworker and my work bestie and I were talking about what hell or heaven or whatever is after. And I said, I think it's whatever you think it is. Like if you think you're going to heaven, then you're going to heaven. If you think you're going to hell, then you're going to hell. If you think that you're going, wherever you think you're going, that's where you're going. I like to think then I'm going to be in a casino. Yeah. With unlimited money.
Unlimited money.
Yeah. And he said, but will it be as exciting if you have unlimited money? And I said, yes. And he said, but you don't need the money. And I was like, you really shouldn't gamble if you just need the money. Yeah. I get where you're coming from. And he was like, but that's the whole point of it is the fact that you might win. And I was like, you still might win.
Yeah.
Or
you're still chasing that rush, whether you have $1 or
I said, gambling is the same. It gets the same feeling off if you win or if you lose. There is no difference in the endorphins that are released in either situation. So if money is off the table and you can just do it all the time, I'd be the happiest motherfucker on the planet.
Hell yeah.
I mean, anyway, enough about gambling. We are not going to talk about gambling. We're not going to talk about it. Anyway. Yeah. So my next one, which is, again, one I did not know about.
Ooh.
New Year's Day was released as part of Bon Jovi's album, This House Is Not For Sale, in 2016. The song emerged during a challenging period for the band, particularly following guitarist Richie Sambora's departure and the end of their long-term relationship with Mercury Records. John Bon Jovi described the song as an ode to the band's cohesion and a reflection on starting over again. The lyrics evoke feelings of optimism and renewal associated with the start of a new year. They reference midnight bells ringing, a newborn baby crying, and lovers saying farewell, symbolizing the cycle of life and the inevitability of change. The song encourages listeners to seize the day and celebrate new beginnings while acknowledging the importance of living in the present moment. I think that was all. That was literally all I could find on the song.
That's okay.
But who knew?
I had no idea.
I didn't either.
We're here to inform.
Yes, Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
I know it's a little bit, it's still Bon Jovi. And then I found out Bon Jovi's son is
married to 11.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, isn't she a little bit too young? Well, I shouldn't. She seems too young.
No, she's like
21.
Is she 21 now?
Yeah.
They adopted a baby already and everything.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said I thought she was a little young.
But I think he's young too, though.
I don't know.
They seem really happy.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
It just was weird. I was like, whoa.
He does look just like his dad, though.
Yes, he does. and he uses the original spelling of their name.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. And he uses the same hair products as his dad.
So now we're going to take a quick little journey. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Bon Jovi, back to 1980, what,
4?
84.
Because Larry Cutie like we're laughing through her teenage flight. So grab your snacks and brace your soul. This middle school madness out of control.
All right. So in this week's edition of Nicole's Diary from 11 years old, 1984. I think we're on Tuesday, April 10th.
Yeah, we went back to school last week. We went back to school.
We had a picnic.
Yes.
Was that the week before? No, that was last week.
That was last week's.
Okay.
We had a picnic for dinner.
All right. Wait. Oh, yeah. Today we went back to Crummy.
Yeah, we
School.
went to...
Yeah. Okay.
We're on Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Tuesday, April 10th, 1984. Today I went to Mrs. Fox's and Chris had her cast off.
Nice.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Today Dawn was absent.
The fuck? What is going on? Is this the flu epidemic we're having in here?
It's so funny because I go to schools and I meet with high schoolers and like they're never there. Like, and I try to call them down, they're absent, and I'm like, God, kids weren't like this when I was in school. But apparently, kids and teachers were both like that when I was in school.
Nobody went to school,
and I was very bothered by it when I was 11. Like, I didn't like people being absent.
I see that.
I had to document it.
This must be documented.
In gym, we had our last day of floor hockey. In science, we had to pick out a report on what we would like to write about with the ocean. I picked ocean plants.
That's lame. Of all the fucking things in the ocean?
I've always loved plants. What can I say?
Yes, you have. I'm sorry.
I didn't know that either.
Correct.
Right?
I would have gone with sharks, but that's me.
In math, me and two friends were telling jokes again.
It's because you were smart in math, so you could. Some of us were stupid.
And we were in class writing out our whole name and doing sign language.
Oh.
After school, Mom picked me up and we went and got my sister registered for school.
Oh.
Yep, that would make sense.
Yeah.
My sister would have been 5, just turned 5 then. Yep. So, oh wait, this page continues on. I remember seeing that earlier.
Oh, Lordy.
When we got home, Dad was supposed to be on a job, but he was home. Pretty self-explanatory. After dinner,
He was playing hooky too.
Yeah, everybody's absent. After dinner, me and my sister colored, and then we got ready for bed, and we watched the A-Team again. I like documenting the A-Team too. And we went to bed. Daphne's coming back. Daphne had come down to my home room today and asked me if I would come down to her room and have recess with her, and I did.
Oh, good thing. 'Cause she walked her ass all the way down there.
Well, Daphne's my constant. Like, everybody else is always missing. So
At least Daphne was there.
thank God.
Way to go, Daphne. Actually showing up to school on a Tuesday in April.
And that's funny. Like, she asked me to come down to her homeroom and go to recess with her. Like, I don't really know exactly what that means, but there is no way that would happen in a school now. Kids don't just wander off and go to other rooms and go outside with other kids. Like, that would never happen.
No.
My teacher's like, yeah, go.
Yeah, whatever.
One less I have
It's
to worry about.
recess. Just be back in an hour.
That
Okay?
teacher can worry about you for the next hour.
When I was a senior, we had we could, because it was pretty strict. But we had an hour and a half for lunch, and you could go wherever you wanted.
Jeez.
On Fridays.
Fancy private school.
Well, because they did it smartly. We could actually, was it just Fridays we could go somewhere? Or we could go every day. I feel like we could go every day, but I don't know. Anyway, but you were only supposed to go so far. Okay. But you gave us an hour and a half. So a lot of people, Ocean City is like, back then, 10, 15 minutes from Berlin, So a lot of them would bring their surfboards and run and surf and come back with soaking wet hair, and everybody would be like, "Oh, I don't think you can swim in Berlin, but whatever." I, however, like to just sit in the park and smoke my cigarettes. We were not supposed to do that either.
Yeah, my friend and I, when we would skip senior year, we would go get McDonald's and go to the park.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Go hide in the park. Yep. Till it was time to go home.
You couldn't skip school where I went. It's impossible.
Well, I had a really weird schedule. Like, my senior year, part of the day, I went to Del Tech to college.
Oh, yeah.
And I really only needed 1 credit in for government and to graduate. But I was in band. And so like the morning was college, fifth period was government, seventh period was band. So like I had a lot of weird open space, so I could just kind of come and go as I pleased.
There was only 20 of us in my class, so one of you is missing. It's noticed. It's noticed. Like, wait a minute. My English class, when my senior year, my English class was either second to last or last, and there was 7 of us. So again, you would be noticed if you were not there.
For sure. Yep, no doubt. All right, so that concludes this week's of Nicole's diary. Thank you for listening.
I love it.
Yep.
I'll be sad when we run out of it.
I know, me too. We still have a ways to go.
We're good.
We'll be good for a little bit.
I'd have to find somebody else's diary to read.
Speaking of which, with new ideas, I've been thinking that because next year is America's birthday,
Yeah.
we're going to turn 250.
I have the pin to prove it.
And I was thinking about doing a series of debunking things we learned in history.
Oh, that's a great.
Like Christopher Columbus. What was the other big one that I thought of? Well, Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
He was a weird ass man.
Here's the thing about the history. I love the idea. I learned, I think, what would be considered a different history than everybody else learned, because they told us shit straight. Like, we didn't get the myth. We got the, like, the day after Thanksgiving, the Pilgrims went and murdered and slaughtered all the Indians. Like, that, they didn't, they pulled no punches. It was, so I think.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating to see what I did know and what I didn't know.
Yeah.
What we were told and what we learned.
I actually thought of this whole idea because I was watching Mysteries at the Museum yesterday, one of my favorites. And they had something about Ben Franklin. And I already know a whole bunch of weird stuff about him. Like, he was really weird. Yeah. But when they hit the home he, like, owned as an adult and lived in for, like, 16 years or something, they dug in his basement and they found a bunch of bones.
Yeah.
And so then they were like, oh my God, is Ben Franklin a serial killer? But his roommate was he was trying to become a surgeon.
Oh, yeah.
So his roommate would go dig up bodies out of the grave, bring them back to the house to practice on, and then bury the bones in the basement. And then there's speculation whether Franklin knew about it or not. Of course he did. I mean, how would you not smell that? Especially back then. But they were also talking about some other Hellray's kitchen. I don't know. It was something weird. Some basement thing that he used to do. I don't know. But it really got me thinking about him. I was like, man, I could definitely do a whole episode on Benjamin Franklin. Like George Washington. Yeah. He was nuts too.
I love that. I love that idea. So when we run out of diary entries, then we'll...
Yeah. There we go.
We'll go down
to debunking.
I will not debunk Pluto being a planet, goddammit. I don't give a shit who says what.
Like, who cares? Why not just leave it?
Pluto will always be a planet to me.
Why do you have to mess everything up?
I know.
Like...
Rude.
It's so crazy.
The truth is
I saw
out
this
there.
week, I don't remember where, but I follow a lot of space things on Instagram because they show the coolest pictures. And there's a planet that is not rotating.
I mean, they all do that.
They do. What do we do around the sun?
We revolve. We revolve around the sun.
Yeah. So it's revolving around 2 suns.
Oh, cool.
Simultaneously. Yeah. It was pretty neat. Yeah.
There is a star, the Betelgeuse, that's about to go.
Oh.
Might have already gone. We don't know.
Like gone for real or gone so that we can see it?
Gone. Disappear.
Like, did it disappear 4 million years ago? Or did it disappear to us?
It will disappear to us. Well, when it goes, or when it has the light from it going, gets here, it will look as bright as, what did they say? Almost as bright as the moon in the sky. It'll be a bright flash.
Just a flash.
And then it'll be gone.
I definitely won't see that.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I would know. I don't know. It's very far away.
Right, well, I'll keep my eyes
So it
out
might
for that.
already be gone.
Yeah, maybe. I
So
don't think
a
I
lot
would have
of-
heard it, though.
A lot of the stars that you see now are not there anymore. So
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep.
crazy.
Which also just blows my mind.
Uh-huh.
I can't even wrap my head around it. All right, it's my turn, right?
Yep.
All right, so this is my last one, which is probably good because we have rambled a lot
Yes,
through
we
this
have.
episode. So what I was kind of going for was because I went with When Harry Met Sally and that scene, I was like, let me see what like Gen X movies have a New Year's Eve scene and then what song was playing with those. So some of the ones that didn't, Mermaids has a New Year's Eve scene. And I watched a clip of it and I was like, man, I need to watch that movie again. Little baby Winona. She's so cute. Yeah. And Cher still looks exactly the same as she looked in that movie.
she's got to be a vampire.
I know.
She has to be.
Because even if she has had plastic surgery,
It's perfectly
nobody's
done.
that good.
See, here's what they tell you about plastic surgery, though. They tell you start young and just have one thing done every year. If you start young and you just do one little thing, you have your eyebrows touched up or you have your this touched up or you have that, and no one will ever notice. And I'm pretty sure that either she's a vampire or she's a very good plastic surgeon.
Yeah, because I saw her in an interview last week and she's 80 years old and just stunning.
She is stunning.
Stunning. It's insane. All right. Anyway, so some other movies. Let's see. Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd have a New Year's scene. I'm just letting people know in case they want to watch a New Year's movie. Ghostbusters has a New Year's scene.
Yes, they do.
All right. I think that's good enough. So anyway, here's my last one. Sleepless in Seattle. And so about half an hour into the movie, Tom Hanks has moved to Seattle with his kid after his wife dies. And Meg Ryan is at coincidentally, a New Year's Eve party with Bill Pullman this time. And he's getting too serious for her. That's kind of like the setup. And then, so New Year strikes and Tom Hanks goes out on his balcony and watches the fireworks, missing his dead wife. And they're playing Stardust by Nat King Cole. Lucky for me, I know Nat King Cole's voice anywhere because I didn't recognize the song at first. I was like, all I got to do is punch in Nat King Cole and Sleepless in Seattle, and I get it. So, the song from the New Year's Eve scene in Sleepless in Seattle. Stardust is a 1927 song composed by Hoagy Carmichael, with lyrics later added by Mitchell Parrish. It has been recorded as an instrumental or vocal track over 1,500 times. I remember playing Stardust in jazz band when I was in high school. Carmichael developed a taste for jazz while attending Indiana University. He formed his own band and played at local events in Indiana and Ohio. Following his graduation, Carmichael moved to Florida to work for a law firm. He left the law sector and returned to Indiana after learning of the success of one of his compositions. In 1927, after leading a local university hangout, Carmichael started to whistle a tune that he later developed further. When composing the song, he was inspired by the end of one of his love affairs, and on the suggestion of a university classmate, he decided on its title. The same year, Carmichael recorded an instrumental version for the song for Jeanette Records. In 1928, Carmichael left Indiana after Mills Music hired him as a composer. Mills Music then assigned Mitchell Parrish to add words to the song. Don Redman recorded the song in the same year, and by 1929, it was performed regularly at the Cotton Club. Isham Jones' 1930 rendition of the song made it popular on radio, and soon multiple acts had recorded Stardust. Because of the song's popularity, by 1936, RCA Victor pressed a double-sided version that featured Tommy Dorsey and Benny Goodman on respective sides. By 1940, the song was considered a standard, and it was later included in the Great American Songbook. That year, RCA Victor released 2 more recordings of Stardust, one by Dorsey featuring Frank Sinatra as the singer, and one by Artie Shaw. Shaw's recording sold 1 million copies, and Glenn Miller's rendition was published in the same year. Artists included Joe Stafford, Ella Fitzgerald, Nat King Cole, Billy Ward and the Dominoes, Ringo Starr and Willie Nelson have recorded it. The song was featured in several films, including My Favorite Year, Goodfellas, Sleepless in Seattle, and Casino. It was inducted in the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1995 and added to the National Recording Registry in 2004. Huh. Yep, that's it.
I have. So my next one, I also have some honorable mentions too.
Okay,
that we don't have to talk about. I didn't do like a whatever. So technically, I consider this a Labor Day song, but I feel like the rest of the world kind of does it for New Year's. But I do it I literally every year on Labor Day, right before we would open, I would blare this song.
I was going to say, I know why you use this song on Labor Day, but I don't know what the song is.
Where did it go? Why did I go? Okay. The Final Countdown is a song by the Swedish rock group Europe, released in 1986.
Love it.
Written by their lead singer, Joey Tempest. It was based on a keyboard riff he made in the early 80s with lyrics inspired by David Bowie's Space Oddity. Originally intended only to be a concert opener, it's the first single and title track from the band's studio album of the same name. He recorded a demo version of the song and played it for the other band members. At first, the members expressed mixed reactions to it, including guitarist John Norum, who was put off by the synth intro, but later said that he was glad that they didn't listen to him. Tempest described their uncertainty. Some of the guys in the band thought it was too different for a rock band, but in the end, I fought hard to make sure it got used.
I don't think it doesn't sound like a rock song.
We're leaving tonight. When it was time to choose the first single from the album, Tempest suggested the song The Final Countdown. The band had not originally planned to release the song as a single, and some members wanted Rock the Night to be the first single. The Final Countdown was written to be an opening song for concerts, and they never thought it would be a hit. But Epic Records, however, thought that it should be the first single, and the band decided to release it. The Final Countdown became a success on the charts worldwide after its release during 86 and 87, reaching number 1 in 25 countries, including the UK, where it spent 2 weeks at the top and is Europe's only top 10 hit to date. Then is widely regarded as the band's most popular and recognizable song. The single reached number 8 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart and is the most successful song from the album on the Album Rock Tracks chart, peaking at number 18 and charting for 20 weeks. Song is also the band's highest charting single in Australia and Canada, peaking at number 2 and at number 5. Blender listed The Final Countdown as the 27th worst song ever.
Yeah.
And VH1 and Blender included it at 16 on the list of the most awesomely bad songs ever.
Awesomely bad's a good way to describe it.
VH1 ranked it at number 66 on their list of the best hard rock songs of all time.
No.
The song has been regular in Europe concerts ever since its live debut on the premiere of their Final Countdown tour in April of 86. One of the most memorable performances of the song took place in Stockholm, Sweden on December 31st, 1999 as part of the Millennium celebrations, as it was the first and to date only Europe performance with both of the band's lead guitarists, the original guitarist John Norum and his replacement Key Marcello. The song reached number 1 in 25 countries, including the United Kingdom, and was certified gold in that country in 1986. In the U.S., the song peaked at number 8 and on the Hot 100 and number 18 on Billboard's Album Rock Tracks chart.
That is so cool.
But again, I think of it as a Labor Day song.
Yeah.
Because if you live here, that is the day when it ends.
Yeah, but awesomely bad is a great way to describe it. And I grew up musical, like I was in band and played different instruments, and I got a keyboard when I was young and taught myself how to play it. And if you play a keyboard, you had to teach yourself to play that.
That's great. I mean, it's just great.
It is great. I love it.
So I refuse to do U2's New Year's Day. I just won't. I hate U2. I don't care anymore. I don't want to talk about them. Blah. Wouldn't do it. Of course, there's 1999, Prince.
The funny thing about 1999, even when I hear it now, is I remember when it came out how far away 1999
Yes.
was. Like, I was like, wow, that's like never going to get here. I think I was in middle school when that song came out.
It said on here, I wrote down when it was released, and now I've lost it.
Probably like 84. No. How old are you?
83.
83.
83.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And when you're 10, 16 more years away sounds
Wow,
like
that is a long time.
Ever.
It still seems like forever. Another one I wanted to talk about real quick was, well, not really talk about, but where did it go? Oh, Will 2K. Big Willie.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that song.
It was his second studio album, Millennium, in 99. Also, I did not know this, but Rod Stewart has a song, What Are You Doing New Year's Eve, with Ella Fitzgerald. It's her song, and I guess
I think I know that song. I don't think I knew Rod Stewart sang it.
A lot of people have done it.
Yeah.
It was recorded in like 50 something, and a lot of people had.
Was he singing to a 14-year-old girl in that song?
I don't know. I think
He's a little problematic.
yes, he is very problematic.
Wake Up Maggie's about like a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I mean they all were problematic back then.
Yeah, the Big Bopper, he was real bad.
They were all bad. One more, last one,
Okay.
because this one was funny, and I did not know about this one either.
Okay.
Funky New Year stands as one of the most delightful offbeat entries in the Eagles catalog. A
What?
rare moment
The
when
Eagles?
the band loosened their famously meticulous grip and let themselves sink into a slinky, hungover groove. Released in 1978 as the B-side to Please Come Home for Christmas, the track captures a very specific emotional landscape, the bleary, comedic aftermath of a New Year's Eve celebration that went just a little too hard. Don Henley's vocal performance leans into that mood, dry, weary, and self-aware, while the band builds a surprisingly tight funk backdrop beneath it. It's the Eagles at their most playful. What makes the song so charming is its contrast with the band's usual sonic identity, known for their polished harmonies and California country craftsmanship. The Eagles rarely ventured into outright funk. Funky New Year endures not because it's a major hit, but because it captures a feeling everyone recognizes.
Yeah, that's definitely one I didn't know about either.
I didn't either. When I looked them up, I was like, I now need to hear it. And I did. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
Yeah, that's how I felt about the song Rosemary's Baby. I was listening to it. I was like, oh, taken out of context, this is really awful. But I'm sure in the movie it's very scary.
I mean, that's what it is. It's all about context, right? I mean, if you just listen to the Jaws theme without the shark, it's just kind of like, that's weird.
Very true.
And we hope you all have a happy New Year.
Yes. Or had a happy New
yeah,
Year.
because we're not releasing this one early because I'm not editing early.
Yeah.
I think that's it. You got anything else to add?
No, I think we did it.
We're gonna barrel into 2026 with all our YouTube listens and hopefully build on it.
Yeah. Yay. A new year.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Hold on. You can find us on all of the podcast platforms. You can find us on our website, likewhateverpod.com.
Yeah. Go to that. Yeah.
You can find us on YouTube. Did I say all that? So all the socials, like whatever pod, all that.
Like, share, rate, review.
Like, share,
blah,
rate,
blah,
review,
blah.
all of that. Happy horse shit. Or you can send us an email about what time you're actually going to go to sleep on New Year's Eve to likewhateverpod@gmail.com, or don't like whatever.
Whatever.
The final countdown. Bye.
Happy New Year.
Take